What's up guys, Duarte here with another Marvel Strike Force video, and in this video we are going to talk about Samantha Wilson, the new female African American Captain America that is coming to the game. I'm not sure if it's this one or not, but they have the same name, so I guess it could be this one. Samantha, it's short for the same. So yeah, today we are going to talk about this secret character that was hidden in the files of the game, and why this character is so important that could transform the game or insanely increase the value of a few characters. So if you like the information on this video, like always, make sure to share it with your friends on Facebook and Discord. If you're new to my channel, make sure to subscribe for more Marvel Strike Force content. 65% of my viewers are still not subscribers, so please help me out. Let's reduce this number, and if you like the video, make sure to smash that like button. Okay, so jokes aside, we have the new Captain America, Sam Captain America, and he was hidden in the files, but the guys from msf.gg pulled him out, and we have access to his stats, traits, and his abilities. Even that the kit is not finalized, so it's all subject to change. This is some sort of data mine, so everything is subject to change until released. So we can still see that this guy is definitely going to be very interesting in regards for Dark Dimension, raids, maybe even arena and so on, because of his kit. And taking a look at his traits is Hero, Global Skill, Protector, Secret Avenger and Avenger. So skill, very important. We have a Hawkeye, we have a Black Widow, we have Red Guardian. Recently there are many skill characters that have been released. He's a protector, so he's not going to be used with the yo-yo or whatever. And he's global, so we have Captain America on the global lane for Dark Dimension 4, and he was very good because he was giving energy to ally Mr. Sinister, ally Black Widow, ally Hawkeye, and thanks to that it would increase the power of your team by insane amount, because you had the stuns, blinds, slows, bleeds being applied to the enemies constantly. You had speed up constantly being applied to your team, and you had this energy distribution that would allow Mr. Sinister to make a lot of clones. This was possible with Captain America. The problem is that he was bio, and many people thought that because he's a bio character, it's not worth investing because you want to rush for the symbiotes for the city nodes. I was one of the few people that geared up Captain America, and it was extremely easy to do Dark Dimension 4 with him and Mr. Sinister and the Black Widow, once again because of the stuns, the clones and so on. But the thing with Captain America, the OG, is that his stats are trash. He doesn't have good stats in terms of HP. Let's see if we can find him here. He doesn't have good stats in terms of HP. His block chance requires other characters, and he's not very good. He's an OG character, one of those from ancient times, and even that he had a rework recently, he's still very below anything that is usable. So as you can see, 230,000 HP with 46,000 increase, and this is less than half of what this new Captain America has. And in terms of armor, also lower, and focus and resistance also lower. Maybe the speed is higher. Let's see, the speed, no, this one even has higher speed. So we have more HP, more damage, more armor, more resistance. The focus is almost the same, and more speed. So everything is more. Block amount 45%. I think in terms of block amount they have the same. So 45, 25, yeah, pretty much the same. So yeah, it's this one is the power creep on steroids version of the other one, and the stats speak for themselves, because even that the other Captain America was able to withstand the damage from Dark Dimension 4, sometimes he would take several pounds that would put him at a very dangerous situation. It's not going to be the case with this new Captain America. The stats just speak for themselves. It's some of the highest stats in the game, and that's already very good. But the most important thing about this new Captain America is not his stats. I mean, the stats are very important, but the abilities. The abilities, some of them are a big improvement over the OG Captain America, other ones not so much. So in terms of the basic attack, this one is not an improvement, is quite a downgrade, but you have to cut somewhere, right? And whenever the OG Captain America would use his basic, he would get a defense up. Instead of defense up, this new Sam Wilson Captain America will get the flex. So it's up to you to decide. Do you prefer 50% damage reduction or 25% or 45% of block? It's similar, but the other one would last for a long time. This one is just a one time, so not only it clears less positive effects because it only attacks one target, but in terms of defensive potential is also lower. So that's a downgrade. Now in terms of the taunt, this is a huge upgrade. The same way the other one gives defense up to all allies, this one does as well, but it also gets deflects and counter. So not only is reducing the damage thanks to the defense up, is also reducing the damage thanks to the deflect. So it's going to be 50% of 45% of 50% damage reduction, which is a huge number. The cooldown it's on 3 energy, but it starts with only 1 energy. I think the other one starts with 2. No, it starts full. So that's a big downgrade. But because this does so many things, I think it compensates. So we can taunt for 2 turns. This is already better than the other one because the other one only lasted 1 turn. But we have to remember, because this guy is faster, the taunts will go away faster as well. So gain 3 deflects and 3 counters to a maximum of 5. This is nice because he has a nice amount of damage, so he's going to do some damage with his counters, even that we don't know what the counter and the assist is going to do. We don't know if it's going to clear positive effects or if it's going to gain deflects, or maybe it doesn't do anything. So this is something that we have to still wait and see. Then apply defense up to all allies, apply speed up to all Avenger and skill allies. Now, in terms of Avenger characters, we have these Avengers right here. We have Black Widow, we have Ant-Man, the Coulson, we have Black Panther, Captain America, Falcon, Hawkeye, Hulk, Iron Man, Nick Fury, Scarlet Witch, Thor, Vision, and War Machine. So it's quite nice that we are granting speed up to some of these characters. For example, Thor is very, very slow, so it's going to benefit a lot of this ability. But this new Captain America is also taking the ability of Black Widow and taking the spotlight of the Black Widow of the speed up that she gives. So this is a little bit conflictuous, but in terms of skill characters, there are a few skill characters here that can work interestingly with that character. So we have Moondragon, we have Gamora, we have Baron Zemo, we have Colin Wing, we have Hawkeye, we have Kestrel, Kingpin, Killmonger, Night Nurse, Nick Fury, and Sif, Taskmaster, Red Guardian, and Yelena and Punisher, Proxima Midnight, and Corvus Glaives. Those are the most important characters that we can mention right away, that are skill and that are going to benefit out of this speed up. And this is going to be huge because the skill team was one of the worst teams ever, and already thanks to this speed up alone is going to help quite a lot. Then this third ability or fourth ability, this is already the 4th ability on his special. Grant 1 ability energy to 1 to 2 random allies. So it will always give to 1, but maybe to 2 as well. Grant 1 ability energy from 2 to 3 to skill allies. So this is going to benefit these characters a lot if you are using Moondragon, for example, to do a special and ultimate more often. We have also Kestrel, huge possibilities thanks to this extra energy that he provides, and this is 1 energy to multiple characters. It's quite amazing, and you have this one and you have this one, so you can end up getting 2 energy on the same character, which is just massive. And once again, this is on 3 energy cooldown. I find this ability very, very important and quite massive. It's not as good as the other one because you would have a higher chance of giving energy to Mr. Sinister, or no, let me see. No, the other limitation was Avengers. So now instead of Avengers we have skill. So yeah, it's even better. It's even better because there are way more important skill characters than there are Avenger characters. And then on top of all that, gain assist from one non-summon skill ally. So depending on the scenario where you are, you might want to limit the amount of skill characters you have. So you'll always have the assist from a specific character, for example Kestrel, to apply the defense down for 2 turns on this ability. So on this special it does 5 different abilities. It's insane. This special is quite amazing. Then in terms of the ultimate, it has 5 energy, comes full. You're supposed to use this on turn 1, attack all enemies for a nice amount of damage, and especially because it has that nice multiplier. And then fill the speed bar of self and all skill allies by 5%, plus fill the speed bar of all other allies by 5% for each enemy. So before it was based on the positive effects, now it's based on the number of enemies. I think this is a downgrade, and it's really hard to tell if this is 10% for the skill allies or if it's 5 for skill allies and 5 for the other. Like, it's exactly the same, so doesn't make too much sense. I hope there is some kind of explanation on what exactly this ability does. But having an ability that does damage on turn minute, it's okay. The cooldown is just very, very big. But if he can provide energy to himself, which is not confirmed at this point, at least I don't know any confirmation on this. If he can give energy to himself, this ability is fine. If not, then the ability has a little bit long cooldown, but used on the right time, it can be very interesting. Then on top of all that, and this is another ability that changes everything, is the passive. On spawn, gain 3 deflects, and 1 deflect to all skill allies. Just this ability alone is crazy, and it gives him the ability of sustaining a lot of damage, and also making sure that those squishy skill characters, or that was squishy in the past, like Hawkeye and Black Widow, that they withstand a little bit more damage thanks to this extra deflect on spawn. At the end of any character's turn, if this character has taunted no deflect, clear the taunt and gain 2 regeneration. So this is insane self-healing abilities. If you don't have the deflects, clears the taunt away. It's just insane. And 2 regeneration, it's 10% of his base health. So that's going to end up in a 20% base health regeneration. It's quite insane for a character that has such a high block chance, deflects, and defense up and so on. Then gain 25% of blocking and 20% block amount. The block amount is very important, but the block chance is very important as well. But when you have so many deflects, the block chance is not so important. The block amount becomes more relevant. While this character has deflect, gain 300% resistance. So very hard to apply disrupt and stuff like this to this guy because of this 300% resistance. Then on top of all this, like, what we read so far is already quite amazing. The sustainability, the safeguard of removing the taunt from himself and applying the generations, the deflects that he provides to the allies, and the extra resistance that he has against negative effects. On top of all that, he gains 40% max health and 40% max health to Secret Avenger allies. Great stuff. This is just great stuff. Insane amount of health. He already has the average of 400k plus. With this 40%, it goes to 600 plus, making him top tier character. And then what really blew my mind was that in raids, non-Secret Avenger skill allies gain 20% max health. What the F? Like, seriously, what the F? It's just crazy. He will give 20% more max health to all of these characters that we have right here, that they have no connection to him apart from being skill characters. So 20% more max health to Night Nurse, to Taskmaster, to Red Guardian. Red Guardian already has insane max health, so if you can have 2 protectors just taunting for the lols and everyone else doing funny stuff to the enemies. You have Nick Fury, you have Kestrel. Kestrel is already insane. More max health for Kestrel and Nick Fury, 40% max health plus another 20% max health. Gamora, empowered Gamora, now with more max health, is just crazy. You will be able to do crazy combinations with this guy in raids, and that's going to be very, very powerful. It's going to make the skill team one of the best teams in the game, and even that they were down for quite a while, it's not like they were trash before, now they were in a good position, but this guy is definitely going to take them to a very high tier. And the characters like Hawkeye and Black Widow that had very trash HP, and this is why they were not usable, right now they will have a lot more potential because of this. So a little bit more max health, it's still not going to be super relevant, but with all those deflects, defense subs, and so on, it's going to make them a little bit more usable than they were. So yeah, guys, the Captain America, Samantha Wilson or Sam Wilson, it's definitely going to change the game in regard to the skill characters. They will have a lot more potential in the raids, and unfortunately not for Dark Dimension, so we have to be careful which characters we want to use, so we can maybe use them in both modes. Is something that we still have to take into consideration when this character is released. The way I think it's going to be released, maybe it's going to be milestones like we had with Emma Frost. We don't have any type of these characters for a long time. Even that they said that they were not going to do it again, I still think that some kind of milestones will be done in order to obtain this guy. We have already Silver Surfer on the raid milestones, so maybe we'll have some other milestones that will allow us to unlock this guy. And in terms of the patch, supposedly the patch will last 6 weeks instead of 4, which is a very long time, and we only have 2 new characters released, so maybe in the middle of the patch we'll have this guy being released in some funny way. So that's going to be the video, guys. I hope you guys enjoy it. Are you guys excited for this Samantha Wilson Captain America? Let me know down in the comments below. And if you like the information on this video, like always, share it with your friends on Facebook and Discord. If you are new to my channel, make sure you subscribe for more Marvel Strike Force content, and I will catch you guys later.